How would you describe navigation?
Like
Right?
getting around in a proper way.
Getting around in a proper way. What's proper?
Like not getting lost.
Okay.
Where to go.
Knowing where to go.
Finding the best way from point A to point B.
Best way from point A to point B.
There's an added value when it comes to something like this because they're so reliant on GPS and their phones and not knowing anything about sense of direction that it brings the challenges of the real world prior to even something that they might not even consider to be a technology because technology to them is a phone, not a compass. So they understand the history of technology, but they also understand the evolution of it and why it was so necessary.
Today we're going to be looking at navigation and how we get places and how that kind of relates to world history and kind of the things we've been studying all year. It's eye-opening for a lot of the students and for me too, to see how interconnected global power is with STEM and navigation.
During classical Greece, the Mediterranean was shut down to maritime trade for nearly half the year.
What's going on here? Why is Mediterranean travel slowing down? Olivia? Weather conditions. The Mediterranean Sea is going to be really closed to trade because the weather is not going to be conducive to traveling for sailors.
How are you going to travel across the Mediterranean Sea if you can't see the stars?
What we began to find out is as we magnetize needles, they start to point towards the north.
We took just a regular sewing needle. You guys notice the difference between, I'll point it that way, so north, south, right? We struck the needles over and over and over again on the south side so that the needle would point north. So we're going to do some stuff outside. First, you guys have to be able to get from point A to point B with no compass, blindfolded, after we spin you around. Then we're going to give you a compass.
You're going to grab your compass, and I want you to look at where you have to go and look at your compass, and you're going to have to use that to get there.
They're all set to face north. That is relatively north. It gives you a basic sense of direction, but realize every time you step, what's going to happen to the water?
It's going to move.
It's going to move.
Go get a champ.
The activity part of it, getting them out of the desks and out of the classroom and moving around, they're happy to do that and they're excited to do that.
Oh, I did it!
You got there.
Yay! Good job.
Wait, but how's the compass gonna help me know how far to go?
That's a good question. Because the compass turned a little bit, that's why I veered to the one direction.
What did you guys think out there? Easy. Fun? Easy. This particular map is called a portolan.
All these different points are, where the compass would kind of reset. This map helps give some further direction on how to use the compass. It allowed the navigation of seas, and it's going to ultimately allow for trade. Using an example from class this year, explain why the sea has been crucial to the fate of nations, empires, and civilizations, and what role STEM has played in this.
All the different countries were going around and trying to expand trade and have more ships.
I think the kids and I learned a lot, just kind of the integration of, cross-disciplinary things and bringing STEM into the humanities.
I mean, this whole exercise was based on using STEM and the humanities, and I think it's important for everyone to know that the humanities is what makes us human. It's what our fundamental basis is. But STEM overall is how we improve our lives. If you think of any way we've improved our lives, you can connect it to STEM. And if we plan on doing that in the future, STEM is the only way to go. But we can't forget about the humanities, which is why I think this was a good idea.